Good morning, good day and good evening. How are you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Today is Friday, isn't it? Holy shit, it's Friday, people. Christian Leonli, sorry if I butchered your name a little bit now. Welcome in, man, nice to have you. First one in today, Satsidak. Number 2, we have the Polyglot Programmer, and then we have gamedev. Welcome in, guys. We also have Wakacha, Hadouken, and Meripon. We have Cage in here, nice to have ya. Welcome in, Christian, how you doing? Hope you're having a good Friday. That goes for anyone else as well. The plan is today that I am going to lower my desk. There we go. The plan today is that we're gonna do a bit of development on Shadow of Gloom. However, I do have to go in a couple of hours. I do have a little...
Ribbon is forcing you to stand up for 10 minutes.
I guess we are racing the desk instead. Fucking timing, man. Let's do it. I mean, I have to give it to you. That was pretty good timing. It was pretty good timing. Gotta get down on Friday. Yep, indeed. So yeah, as I was saying, I have to go in a couple of hours. I do have a little thingy I have to go away to. But it should only be like an hour or two max, maybe. So I'm thinking that I might even boot up the stream when I get back again. That's currently the plan, but we have at least like an hour or two that we can get to watch. I mean, we have more than an hour. More like almost 2 hours, I think. This guy loves his watches. Even his shirt has watches on, it's true. A Bagheera t-shirt? Indeed, Hadouken. Indeed. Sweet, yeah. It's good shit. Good shit. A Swedish punk band for anyone who doesn't know. Check it out. I mean, it's in Swedish, but still good. That reminded me of Rebecca Black's Boiler Room set, and now I want to listen to it. Don't know if I've heard that one. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you wasn't here last stream, we started trying to implement the save system. And yeah, for almost the first time since I started doing game development live on stream, I almost had a nervous breakdown. Holy shit. Nothing was working the way I wanted it to. And I think the reason it like tipped me off even worse is because I actually, paid money for an asset to make saving easy. And then it still wasn't that easy. So I almost didn't get anything done. I mean, obviously we learned a little bit more about how the asset works, but saving is still pretty much non-functional. But I think we might look into it a little bit more today with a fresh set of eyes and see if we can sort this out. I did talk a little bit, if you remember, I was talking about making like save slots, which is still something I want to do.
You should stop coding, stop using Unity, no point to try. If the saving system does not work, why try anymore? Very kappa.
Good point. Thanks for the encouragement. Yes, let's just give up. Yeah, as I was saying, I think we're gonna have a look at it again. I wanted to do like save slots, which we looked into last time. And I did speak to Conrad, because I know that he is using this asset as well. As in Codrad Games, not the other one. We have too many Conrads here now. And here's the thing. Apparently, he did not use the Easy save slot manager. He actually made it himself. So I'm kind of leaning towards maybe we should do that as well. Because the way they made the save slot system for this asset is very different to how I want it. They basically have you guys played Skyrim? Like, that's basically their like save slot system, where if you didn't know, you can basically save infinite amounts of saves. So here you see like manually saved ones and auto saves, and then You just choose which one you want to load, you choose whether to overwrite one or do a new save. This is not the system I want, right? Like, I want to have proper save slots, as in like, you know how Bunny Isaac does it. You have like 3 different slots, you choose to start playing on the first one. If you save, you always overwrite the first one, every single time. And the other ones always stay empty until you maybe want to do like a new run or something. That's when you would use a different save. So it's very different to the system that they had implemented. I still don't have like proper saving working. I mean, I can get it to work, but not really in the way I want to. Like, it seems a little bit too annoying doing it the current way. Because we did some testing with the piano here. Don't remember if we still have this on here. Yeah, so with the piano lids, what I can do is to add a autosave function, right? And then I choose that I want to save the active state. And that is functional, and it works. And obviously this is fairly easy, like I just add that component, check a few boxes, and we are basically done. So now if we, let's save the game. We're gonna open this, and then we're gonna load the game. Now it's closed. If I open it and I save the game, then we do the opposite. We're gonna close this and then load. That one goes up. So this is functional, right? However, I'm not entirely sure if this was... Like, we can do this strategy if we have to. It's not the end of the world. It is a little bit... like, tiresome though, because this means that I am gonna have to add this stuff to every single interactable object in the entire game. Not only every single interactable object, but every object on a interactable object has to save that state, because apparently it seems like this component cannot save child objects, which kind of fucks me over a little bit. Like, if we could do that, it would be quite easy, because I could just add a component to the actual room itself, and it would save whatever is, you know, enabled or disabled in that room, and everything would be super easy. But that does not seem to work, so we'll see. Like, as I said, I still haven't looked around enough, so we'll figure it out. If this is how I have to do it, then so be it. I still think it's better than rolling my own save system. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of testing to make sure this stuff works, and I'm gonna have to add, I don't know, we're talking like thousands of these components on stuff to make sure that it's saved properly. So that is, as I said, that is like the only thing that I'm a little bit like, would kinda prefer if I didn't have to do that. But yeah, we'll see. What's up, Zek? How you doing? Gamian, welcome in. Peepa Poopy as well. Nice to have you guys. Hope you're having a good Friday. Abandoning technology forever is a reasonable reaction to encountering a dodgy save system. Yeah. No, and I think that is the case. And that is one of the reasons why I wanted to use this asset, because I think there is no world, there is no universe where I'm gonna write a save system which is more reliable than this one, right? Like, with my current set of skills, I just don't trust myself to write a good save system. And here's the thing, as Zek is kind of pointing to, a bad save system is something that is inevitably going to make someone rage quit the game to never open it up again, right? I just think that's the case. Like, if there's any system that you really want to nail down and make sure it is as good as possible, it is the save system. Because... yeah, if someone loses progress, that is like a recipe for them to just rage quit the game, give a bad review, and never try it again. You don't have the inheritance hierarchy set up so that you can insert the logic once, burn it down and get a welding certification. Wait, if you don't have the inheritance hierarchy set up so that you can insert the logic once, burn it down and get a welding certification. But the thing is that, like, with the... currently, I don't know if there is a way to get around this. I feel you have to retest all the relics of my game 150 plus because I changed the relic system and the load changes inside each relic. Yeah. It's tough, man. Like, and as we were mentioning, like, save systems are so important. Like, there is another thing I can do. I can manually save game objects. Oh yeah, just here you can see I actually have the autosave on the room, but that doesn't work. What that does, it saves the state of just the actual room object, not the child objects. So this would work for, like, if I exit this room, it's gonna remember that this is not the room I was in or whatever. But I need more functionality. However, there is also a easy save 3 game object, which I think saves this game object, not using autosave. So basically easy save has 2 different save systems, right? They have the autosaving, and they also have, like, the more manual save and load. And obviously autosave is supposed to be a little bit simpler, like, for you to implement, whereas this is a little bit more manual. But the issue here is that if I add this, I cannot select active state, which I don't understand. And I can only choose which components I want to save on this object. But I want to save every child object as well. Not everything in them, but at the very least I need to save the active, or the, you know, the active state of each game object. Because if you didn't know, the vast amount of interactions in my game happen because I switch objects. So with the piano lid, for example, what we actually do, I don't technically switch the sprite, even though that's what it kind of looks like. But if we're gonna be technical about it, if we're gonna be pedantic, what I actually do is I disable the closed lid and I enable the open lid. So, like, this is what I want to save, right? Like, which objects are enabled in the scene. Maybe save only the ones that need saving, like the piano. There's no need, but there's need for puzzles, unlock doors, etc. Yeah, you can do that for sure, because the most important things are stuff, as you said, that involves puzzles. We have stuff such as, like, items you pick up. Like, obviously when you quit out, you can't go into the game again and have like that item still be there, because now you can farm it, right? You can just quit out to get infinite batteries immediately. So that is a way to make it a little bit less work, right? However, it would be kind of nice to save most of the state. Like, I feel like it's a nice touch. I don't know, maybe if I'm going too far here, but I feel like if you're playing the game and you decide to look through this one, like, the next time you play the game, I would have liked if this cabinet is actually stays open. With that being said, it's definitely not the end of the world if it doesn't, but yeah. I did find something here. Saving a game object and its children. Okay, so he's using es3.save game objects. Works really well to save, including child components. But yeah, this is the issue for me as well. Like, because I tried doing this and saving, like, every single room in the game, and that it takes too long, because now it's saving quite literally everything. Whereas I pretty much only want to save the active state. Because I can't have, like, for a game this small, we can't have, like, a 2-minute loading screen to boot into the game. One way you can do this is to enable autosave for your scene. Set the save and load event to none. Then select which components you need to be saved for. But this is the thing, you need to be saved for each game object or prefab. Just feels like there's so many things to go and tick off, right? But maybe this is how I have to do it. I just maybe thought I should have been a bit more lazy, but it turns out maybe I can't. It's gonna have to be a lot of testing for this as well to make sure everything is fully functional. But it's really all the things that can be deactivated or activated. I just need to make sure they have this component. I suppose that is really it. You don't need to save everything, you need to save the changes. Yeah, but that still means that I have to save everything that could change, right? So they would be like not only the closed lid here and the open lid. Because if I don't save the closed lid, the next time you load the game, if you have opened it, you're gonna have both the open and the closed. And then we also have to save the piano keys, which is the actual object you click on to walk up to it. For like the cabinets, I need to save both the closed doors and both the open doors, as well as any items inside. It's not too bad. Like, if this is how I have to do it, I still think it's fair enough. Just like, obviously, I don't have to change. I don't have to save the rug in here, because the rug doesn't have an interaction. But basically, any interactable object, we need to save somehow. So, in this case, we would need to have... We would want to auto-save the active state of a room, so we know whether we were inside of it or not. I wonder, I suppose I could create these components runtime as well. Oh, that might be weird with loading though. Also, you need to load that info when the player goes into the room, so maybe doing loading of the data per room. Yeah. I mean, it depends on how we do it. If it isn't too slow, because when it was really slow before, it took like half a minute to save everything. Keep in mind that I was saving literally anything. Everything in the game, as in like every component, every reference of every game object in every single room. That's not what we need to do. Like, for the vast majority of things here, all I actually have to save is the active state, like whether this object is enabled or not. With the loading per room, it could potentially be an issue, because sometimes unless I sort that out in a different manner. Because here's the thing, sometimes I calculate certain things by checking other rooms, if that makes sense. So, as an example, sometimes say that you do something in one room that affects the other room. So then in the other room, that room might check, have the player done this in the other room. So, and in a lot of cases, once again, this is going to be to check whether a specific game object is active in that room. And that would probably break if we do that. But I don't know. Just like, if it takes 10 seconds to load into the game, I think that would be fine. Right? I just don't... if we have to load everything, right? Because if we load everything at once when they get into the game, then we don't have to worry about this. We don't have to load any more during the entire session, right? All we have to do is to make sure to save the progress at certain points. But we can't do that if it takes too long to load everything. But I feel like it shouldn't if all I do is saving active states. So let's use this room. Let's make this room functional with auto-saving and just for testing purposes. I guess I don't have to save the close-up things. No, I shouldn't have to. I do have to save this one as well. the active state. Interactable, would I need to change that? No. No, all I really need to save here is whether you are active or not. I would need to save whether the lamp is fixed. So how does that happen when I have a prefab? Because I don't want to save that on every single prefab everywhere, right? I wanted to save on the prefab instance. Like if you fix the room, or if you fix the light here, that cannot fix the light in another room once you load, right? And let's actually remove this for now. Cupboard base, cupboard doors. Basically all of you should have autosaving. Multi-object editing is not supported. That is a little bit shite. Once again, the active state is really the only thing. I mean, I suppose I can do this stuff from here as well. Okay, so I can save. Okay, so saving here would do probably the prefab instance, where saving it like this would be actually saving a like prefab in the project or whatever. Okay, so we save those. I guess light switch broken. We have to save both of these. We have to save the parent object. So this is the only thing, I mean, like there's a lot of things I need to tick here to make this work. Lamp broken, you need to be saved. Lamp light. Room light. Fuck, I think these need to be saved manually as well. What is this one? Lamp off. I think we're gonna save the parent object. We don't have to save the TV. We're gonna skip the room for now. Let's just do the active item or interactable objects in here and see if this works. Yes, we save the destroyed state. Yeah, I don't need to save active states of items a lot of the time. I only need to save the destroyed state of them. Like whether they have been destroyed or not. Wait, do I have 2 lamps in here? Oh shit, I do. Why the fuck do I have 2 lamps in here? Okay, delete that lamp. And I bet you that I saved the wrong one, didn't I? Let's see, clock room, no. Of course I did. Active. Active. Because this is important as well, like if the player fixes a light in the room, that we need to save, because otherwise we'll have the player be like, you know, wasting light bulbs and shit. We can't have that. Lamp active, yes. Light switch, as well as the child objects. This I probably don't need to save though, that's fine. Yeah, I think that would be it in a room like this. So this is what I would have to do for basically every room in the game. Not the end of the world, like a little bit, like, it's quite a bit of like manual work, but it's also kind of fine. So now let's load the game, see what happens. You are just open. Okay, so let's interact with everything. Let's close you, open these, pick this up. And then we are going to fix the light in here. Boom. That is pretty much everything interacted with. So save game. Didn't seem to lag anything. Because that's the thing I kind of want to say as well. How long does it take to load this stuff? Okay. Load. I mean, that felt pretty much instant. Save game. Load. I mean, that is fairly easy. Seems true, yeah. Maybe this isn't too bad. Like, it would have been simpler if I could have just put a thingy on the... I mean, otherwise it would be if I do this programmatically, but then we're gonna save too much instead. Like, I could do something where we tell each room to add this component and check active and destroyed on every child object of every child object in the room. Then I wouldn't really have to worry about this. But then we can't really trigger this in at first. Yeah, I think this might be how we have to do it. I think it might be. And it should be fine now, because I don't want the player to be able to save here. Like, or rather, if you save here... Oh, I do need to say whether the TV is on or off. That's something I would want to save. But if you would save here, the next time you load, I don't want you to load in here, because that causes some issues. I want you to just load into this room. And that should be functional now, as far as I know. Like, if I save the game here and then we quit out, the TV is not gonna turn on. But I think... Yeah, we do still load here, like, since I didn't add it to this, the parent object of this open thingy. So that is kinda fine. And it does seem quite instant in terms of being able to load this. So if this instant for one room, I feel like we probably could load all rooms at once when you boot up the game. Just load the entirety of the game. Which is how the autosave system would work, as far as I'm aware. And we probably shouldn't really have a... maybe barely even need a loading screen. And then when we save, that's a different question. I think we would save on quit. So like if you press this one, then we save. And there is probably a few places in the game where we would want to autosave as well. I don't feel like it's probably not necessary saving... I mean, to be fair, like, saving is... doesn't seem to have an impact, at least not when we have these few items. And I don't know how... I guess maybe this system is optimized as well, like, I guess that's the question. If everything is in the same state, does it still go through and save every single one? Yeah, I think it is. Right in property, 18 active. Okay, so I think saving on every room might be a bit much. I think we'll do a couple, like, maybe we save at certain key moments throughout the game, and then also when the player quits the game. Like when they're done for the day, they quit out, we made sure to save. can I check when stuff is being saved? Is there like an event that pops off or something? It wouldn't be... It would be kind of neat if we could show like a little save symbol or something whenever you do. And also, is this Singleton? Are you a... Oh, sorry, this manager, is that a Singleton? Autosave manager, edit script. Reference manager, edit. Reference manager base. Abstract class, system serializable. Are you public static? Okay, it's a static base. Wait, this is very easy to check though. We just switch to a different scene and see whether... I'm thinking about whether this is destroyed or not. How do you handle your saving, Pippa Poopy? Or anyone else, just out of curiosity. Edit script. Okay, so when we save, there is a... Wait. Save event... Oh, okay, this is when you... This is just the enum for the dropdown when I select when saving and loading should happen, okay. What I would like to see is when you actually save. Public void save. What happens here? Is there anything I can listen to? Serious classes that save the file. So, did you roll your own save system? And do like JSON saving? You did? Okay. File exist, cache file settings, delete key. For each auto-saved object, we save it to some array. We do something. Oh, if it's destroyed, then we do this. Because like what I'm thinking is that what happens if I try to save when the player clicks here? What if I destroy the manager before it's finished saving? That is in case... but we do still have a ES3 global manager. So maybe... Is that what I call here? What is ES3 in this case? Okay, so... save. What do you do? Who is doing the saving? This is not a static class, but I have a static void save. So how does that work? And here we can see that it saves to the ES3 settings file path. We pass in a file path. So I think doing our own save slots would be by just setting the file path. And we are basically done so. rather than using the save slot system. Okay, where I don't understand. Global manager, what do you do? Run, start, store all, on application quit, store cache. Okay. So, autosave manager. You only talk to the ES3 script. So I suppose the important thing is save or maybe store cached files. Settings. Where do we get the settings? Oh, is that... Oh, ES3 serializable settings, okay. Since I use Steam AutoCloud, I think there's a file size limit. JSON is too big. Oh, interesting. Ooh, I didn't know that. Do you know what that limit is? What's up, Musta? How you doing, man? Mustache Man, Piano Man, how you doing? I'm doing quite well. It is Friday. Feels good, man. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good Friday. Nice to have you back, man. Okay, ES3. Everything we do here seems to be with the ES3 script, so let's find out how this actually works. What the fuck is this? No idea. How did I... Okay, I don't know why I did. Region, ES3.save. So this class is not... Cancel. Do twin debug updater. ES3 global manager. But we don't have the ES3 class here. And it's not static, so how does this work? Or is this do global manager you derive from mono behavior? What about autosave manager? You're also deriving from mono behavior. How does this script communicate with ES3? I mean, it does so through static... Wait. A static method. Can I call that even if I don't have the script in the scene and even if this class itself isn't static? Maybe that's completely fine and I'm just overthinking this. Yeah, I think it might be. I think I might be overthinking this. I think if it's static, you can. Okay. So yeah, basically... Because this is not a mono behavior, so it's not supposed to be in the scene. And it's not static, and that kind of threw me off first, because I was like, so how does this function? But then I realized, as long as the method itself is static, then I should still be able to call it. And well, friends, thank you very much, nice to see you as always, cheers man, don't let me disturb you. Oh no, you are not disturbing me, Master, don't even worry about it, but thank you very much for lurking. I appreciate ya. There's two ways to use Steam Cloud, via Steam AutoCloud or via SteamWorks API. Okay. And you use AutoCloud. Okay, so maybe that wouldn't have been a problem if you were using the API. Because just having this sync up with the Save Cloud thing on Steam would be pretty neat. Yeah, static means you don't need an instance of an object to use it, yeah. No, so this makes sense, okay. So we are calling this. So in that case, even if we move scene, we should be fine. Because what I was scared about is basically if the manager, if the autosave manager in this scene, like, you know, basically stopped the saving as I switched the scene, because that would have obviously been an issue, right? Because now I might not be saving. But then saving here should probably be fine. Okay, save test. Let's current load. I could probably make this static. Or I just call this. No. Let's make this one static. Oh wait, static, that would mean I'm gonna lose the reference for these, right? So I don't know if I manually need to load the game though. I mean, I guess I can handle this myself in like start. So if we do like a private void start, we tell it to load the game. Saving game. Okay. Because then from here I could trigger Leo's symbol or something whenever we save the game. So now what I'm thinking, I'm gonna imagine that I broke my buttons turning one of those, or turning that one static. Can I have a button, Unity button? Call it static. Oh, we can. Oh. Oh, that's fine. Okay, so let's keep you for now. But what I really want to try, just out of curiosity, is if we... Let's see, I can save the game, but I can't load the game. That is fine. That's fine. Because now we're gonna load game at start. So what we're gonna do is find our UI manager. And whenever you quit the game, whenever you return to main menu, we are going to call savetest.savegame. So quitting out should now save the game. Now we can see that we loaded immediately, as we wanted to. Okay, so let's do this. Let's remember the state here. The light is on, everything is closed. Let's leave the light on, but we are going to open these. We are not going to click this button, instead we're going to click quit. And that should have saved the game. Saving game, indeed. And now we are going to boot up and see what happens. Did that function? It did! It did actually properly save the state. Close this one. Close that one. Quit. Yeah? And if we ever notice like a lag spike when we do this, or that it takes like half a second for it to actually load the state of the room, then I suppose we just do a small little loading screen before we kick the player into the game. But this actually seems functional. So if we do this, we would need to go into the pause menu and make the menu button. I think this should be very clear. I hate when it's unclear if a game is going to save or not, so I think this should be like save and quit. Something like that. Sometimes what games do is that they have a quit button, and when you press it, it says like, are you sure you want to quit? And then they explain that all progress will or won't be saved. But I don't like that either, because when you actually click on the quit button, you still don't know, because you don't know that box is gonna pop up the first time, right? Whereas doing something like this is like, there's no mistaking the fact that the game is going to save. That does, however, mean that we're gonna need a new... We're gonna need to localize this differently. One button is nicer, also Alt F4, save and quit too, maybe. I don't know how to do that, unless it has time to save before it automatically closes. I mean, this would be one button though. But I think that's what you're saying as well. Yeah, that like being able to quit by just clicking one button is better. Also, what's up, Tattooman? Hope you're doing well. Alt F4, I don't know. It would be nice if we could do it, so it even saves on Alt F4. If it doesn't, I don't think it's the biggest issue. Just like if you're playing a single player game and you Alt F4 in the middle of it, at that point it's a little... Am I bad to say like it's a little bit your fault if you lost some progress? If you decided to just Alt F4 out of the game? I don't know. I'll look into it. If it's not too difficult to make, we can certainly do it. Save and quit. I don't think there's a need to save on Alt F4. I feel like people wouldn't at least... Like, if you quit the game and it doesn't save, it would feel like I tricked the player. Or like I fucked it up for them. I feel a little bit like if a player Alt F4s and it doesn't save, I feel like the player kinda took that upon themselves in some regard. Autosave could be nice if the user crash. Yeah, crashes are different things, and that's why, as I was saying as well, I think we should do autosaves. I don't know exactly how we're gonna do it. Whether we're gonna do it at like key moments. That's one way of doing it, like saving at certain points in the game. I guess you could do it on a timer as well. Like, I suppose you could do something where we say like, if 15 minutes have passed and the game hasn't autosaved, then the next time you exit a room, we autosave it. Or something like that. I could do something like that as well. Like just have it on a time basis. Might be unnecessary if the player is like AFK and we keep saving every 15 minutes, but... Because otherwise I think key moments like, you know, when you complete a tutorial, like when you're done with like the tutorial section of the game, we go, okay, this is a good point to have an autosave. When you get like the first cutscene or something, we do like an autosave. When you finish this important puzzle, we do an autosave. Like that's the other way of doing it, right? Like just deciding key moments throughout the game where we go like, this is a good point to have an autosave. I suppose that is the most common way of doing it, I think. I think saving each time you exit a room is too much. I feel like that might be... Because the player might just be walking around doing fuck all, like just looking around exploring, and they might like go through 10 rooms in a minute. And like at that point, saving every time you walk into a new room seems like it's a bit too much. Okay, let me do this. Where is... Scab86 with the raid. Welcome in, man. How are you doing? What have you been up to? Are you a fellow developer? What's up, Musta? Welcome back, man. We come in peace. Let's go. For anyone coming in, if you don't know of me, I go by Mad Sherpy, and I am working on this point-and-click horror game called Shroud of Gloom, which, if you are interested in, you can find on Steam. You know, we appreciate those wishlists very much. But yeah, this is it. It's a point-and-click horror game, still relatively early in the development, but we are getting there. Just started working on the save system for the game. Almost had a mental breakdown last time, but we're getting there, we're getting there. Recently made a fully playable piano, like you can actually play with your keyboard, which is kind of fun. Been making quite a bit of progress lately, so that's always nice. Recently made a clock here as well, which I think turned out pretty good. Just a humble pixel artist, no idea about code and stuff. Ooh, nice. Do you have anything you want to show off, Scab? Anything you've been working on? Any links or anything? Let me know. Also, let me throw a little shout out here as well. Nice stuff, cheers, man. Appreciate ya. Humble's Chub is amazing, Chub is also amazing, thank you, Must I appreciate ya. But yeah, please, if you have anything you want to show, anything you've been working on or so, feel free to do it. I'll happily take a look, as yet another pixel artist. It's always nice to see more people doing it. Okay, so yeah, because I think right now save and quit is gonna disappear, right? Because of localization, because that still points towards the quit text. So I think what we would do here, which is fairly simple, is we are going to... Saving system working already, or is it time to quit gamedev in? I mean, I think it is functional. I think we will be able to sort this out. It might end up being a little bit more manual work than I first expected. I maybe thought it would have been even easier. Like, the asset is called easy save. I thought it was like slightly easier save instead. But I think we should be able to make this work. Playable piano is always something that I enjoy playing with. Yeah, dude, it's way too much fun. Like, I actually notice myself sometimes losing progress in terms of game development because I have a little bit too much fun playing the piano. And I'm not even a pianist. Do you know what I mean? Are you by any chance an architect or interior designer? Most definitely not. I cannot say I am. Probably would have been useful for game development, surprisingly so. Obviously, I do look at a lot of like references for stuff. So you could say I basically half the time I fucking study like I was a interior designer, but I'm not. Okay, so let me quickly fix this thing. Let's go into localization. Where do we have my table? Google Sheets, string table. Let's make sure to pull everything. What? It failed? Fuck you mean failed? Token has expired or revoked? Well, that sucks. Is that an actual thing? Arthur Shoots with the 6-month resub. Holy shit, man. Absolute legend.
6 months and your game is not done yet. Kappa.
True. It's not done yet. It is absolutely true. How you doing, Arthur? Thank you so much for that resub. I truly do appreciate you. Hope you've been well, man. The 1 point perspective is divine. Cheers, man. Okay, so what? Has my connection to Google Sheets broken or something? So I'm gonna assume I can't push either. Bad request. I think they mentioned something about this. I might have to like redo something at some point, but I don't even know exactly what I need to do here. So I think we're gonna pretend like that wasn't a thing, and instead I'm gonna sort that out later. So let's just go into a menu here. Pause menu, menu button. We are going to add a table entry, which we are going to call menu save and quit, I suppose. English localization would be save and quit. We're saying Swedish here. Spara och avsluta or something, I suppose. That's gonna look weird. I feel like that's gonna look weird. Gonna leave office now, no worries, Master. Thank you very much for dropping by as always. Always nice to have you here, man. And if I don't see you later, then have a great weekend. Mostly working on commissions at the time. I can leave my card with all the socials. Thanks, no worries, man. Oh, you have an itch.io as well? Oh, do you have a bunch of assets on itch? Is that what this is? Yeah, you do, asset packs. Ooh. Pixelot icon patch. Ah, these look nice, man. Actually proper perspective as well. Nice. RPG Tavern, I think you say, right? Tavern asset patch. Yeah, this looks nice, dude. Doing great, was visiting the Game Dev conference in Germany the last 2 days. Ooh, it was inspiring, I can imagine. That's fun. Was it like a big one? Imagine making game more than 2 weeks and not moving on to the next project. What kind of loser is that? Oh shit, this is nice. Ah, good shit, man. Top-down interior assets. Yeah, this looks really good. Nice. Plan to expand this when I have some time. Thanks for showing, of course, man, of course. Thank you for the raid, man. I appreciate ya. Yeah, this looks nice. Have you had a lot of success selling assets on itch? I have like one old asset pack up that I made myself as well. But it's different. It feels like there's a lot, like similarly to game dev to begin with, you know, there's a lot of competition with it, right? Like there's so many assets and stuff. It's hard to kind of stick out. But they look really nice, dude. Reminds me of Harvest Moon. I never played that one. That's the one that basically inspired Stardew Valley, right? Rather small, but I was able to hear some talks from German game dev veterans and talk to some people in the industry. Cool, man. Okay, now it actually says save and quit. Let's try jumping over to Swedish. Spara och avsluta. That sounds weird. And also, we don't capitalize like this in Swedish. We don't capitalize titles the same way that you do in English. Harvest Moon and Rune Factory. I don't know if I heard of that one. Spara och avsluta. I guess that works. Save and quit. Yeah, sure. Greetings, Darth. How you doing? Welcome in. Okay, so what I want to do now, I think we can do a little bit of art. Should we see if we can make a saving icon? I feel like that could be a little bit of fun. I guess it would be quite simple. We just do a little white spinning circle, I suppose. Show it up in the corner or something. Little spinning symbol up here. So then we can try it, make sure that this triggers that one. I don't know how to like check how long it actually takes to save, so I guess for now we just play the animation for a little bit. We just pretend, you know? But at least it gives some information that the thing is like saving. How big should we make it? I suppose that is a question though. I guess maybe like an item, like 10 pixels. Yeah, I think maybe 10 by 10 pixels would be enough. So let's do like 12 by 12 or something. Usually it's just a circle spinning, right? Saving icon. Well, not icon. Saving... spinning thingy. What the fuck do I call it? Saving spinner? Is that a thing? Well, this is more like loading, isn't it? Yeah. Saving symbol GIF. What am I looking for? How do I find this? You know what I'm talking about, right? The little thing that spins to show that you're saving the game. Just like, I don't want the icon you click on, I want the animation that's just showing you that saving is currently happening. You know what I mean? Because I feel like now I just get the icons that you would like click on. Every game has its own. True, true. I mean, I guess you could pop up like a floppy disk as well, like that would be... But I'm thinking of like the circular saving GIF. Yeah, this is more like it. This is more... What? How did this go into time all of a sudden? This is more what I'm thinking. Like, we just do something like this. Why is this so hard to search for? Throbbe, is that what you call it? What's up, Soap? Hope you're doing well. Hourglass, much more retro. I do have an hourglass. But hourglass also feels a little bit different. Like, just an hourglass symbolizes that you have to wait. And I think we can autosave while the game is running, so you don't specifically have to wait. Saving Throbbe. Is that actually what it's called? That is I think it is. I think that is what it is called. That is an outrageous name. I think we just try something and see what happens. Pen writing on a diary? Oh, interesting. You're doing good, nice to hear, man. Hope you're well too. I am indeed. Kind of old school thing that we need to do still, so people believe it's saved. Yeah, because that's the thing. I'm not doing it for the waiting, right? I'm doing it because it's a good way to give feedback to the player that the game is saving. Like, that's really what this is about. Because I think that is a good thing to do. I wonder if maybe we should do... Maybe we should do an outline on this as well. Oh, should I do one of those where it gets like darker? Like what if I do something like this? And then we spin that around. Maybe we do 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 20. What if we do 4, 5, 6, 7, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, boom. Maybe? Okay, let's try animate this and see what happens. So I'm thinking we just do boom, and then we just move everything 1 pixel. I think I could jump 2 pixels at a time. I think that would be fine. So go here, we go 1, 2, 1, 2. One, two. I think that would be fine. I bought this amazing Synthi UI kit, making a card game with it. Ooh, exciting! What kind of card game? Like a deck build or something? Is this for saving icon? It is indeed. What's up, Dual Wielder? How you doing? Yeah, so I had a mental breakdown last stream about my saving system, and I think we got it kinda working now. So I thought I like giving the player as much feedback as possible. So I thought might as well make a little saving icon whenever we autosave the game. How have you handled your saving, Duo? Have you rolled your own save system, or do you use an asset for it? And we should only need one more. And we should be back to square one. Which means we actually don't need this one. Because now, yeah, this is a full loop. then of course this would be on a black background, so maybe we could try how that looks. Looks a little bit weird now with the outline on a grey background. What if we do this? This is more like what it would look like in game. I think that's pretty good. I feel like that could work. Slay the Spire, nice! Oh, you did it with JSON? Nice. System.io, yeah. And then connected it to Steam's cloud saving system. How was that? Is that easy to do? I haven't looked into it yet. There's an option to enable preview in A-Sprite so you don't have to zoom out to see how the image looks. Yeah, true. I keep forgetting about it. Oh, sorry, we do have an ad break running. Thank you for your patience, guys. Looks clean, thank you, Dual. I feel like this can work. Yeah, there's some view preview, right? Yeah, and then you could keep this one running even while editing. I think I should use that more than I actually do. Okay, so I guess we just want to export this. Definitely a little goofy to work with Steam system, but that's the case with anything Steam related, not gonna lie, true. I was heavily surprised at how shit the Steamworks dashboard actually is. Like, even just navigating that thing is... Yeah, Steam is one of the worst things to navigate in human history. So fucking true, man. And being like the biggest game platform ever, I was so fucking surprised, dude. Like, I really expected it to be much better. But, you know, I don't even navigate it. Let's see, I should be able to, as long as I don't click anything, I can show you this. Do you know what I do? What I've done is that I have just set up bookmarks to every single page I want to visit. I can't even tell you how to navigate it, because I gave up. I do straight bookmarks now. I never even try to navigate it anymore. Let's say, guys, while the ad break is running, I'm quickly just gonna reheat my coffee. I'll be back before the ads are over. Thank you for your patience, I appreciate ya. And we are back. Thank you for your patience. 2 seconds left on that, perfect timing. Ad break is over, welcome back, people. Gives us 30% of your money and you get so-so service because you have to, you have nowhere else to go, true. I mean, the thing is that, like, obviously you get something for it, right? Like, just as you said, it's in some regard it is because you don't have a choice, but it is really the biggest platform, and if you want to make it in games, like, you do kind of need to be on there, right? But with like the dashboard stuff, it's, yeah, I was surprised at how shit it actually is. Steamworks looks like a website from early 2000s to me, yeah. I should do the same for looking up. Well, yeah, do you have a Steam page up yet? Dual? For the game? Reheat, excuse me. I hope that does not mean microwaving it. What are you on about? Of course it means! Do you think I am above microwaving old coffee? I am not. I am not. What's up, Brainoid? How you doing, man? Nice to have ya. If you don't get a deal with Epic or GOG, it's really the only way. Yeah. Sent a video on Discord of my cards. Ooh, let me check it out. Ooh. Oh yeah, so it's like a full Slay the Spire-like. Nice! I did a deck builder once as well. I did more like Monster Train, more like, you know, spawning units, that kind of thing. This is more like you would have like attacks, right? These look nice. Defense too, nice! Cool stuff, man. Not yet, no. Still working on the art for screenshots. Okay, nice. Well, let me know as soon as you get it up, and I'll make sure to wishlist the game. For anyone who doesn't know, Dual Wielded is yet another game dev streamer, so you should go and check him out if you haven't. And you already have a game on Steam, right? In-Cave the Runner. Here you have it. It's like one of those, what do you call this? Like infinite running games? No, that's not the term. What is the term for this? This like a genre? The type of game? It looks cool though, man. What do you call this again? Holy shit, how can I not remember this? There's a good term to describe this, right? Is it infinite runner? Is that what you call them? Nice GIFs going on as well. Game looks juicy. Endless Runner, yeah, Endless Runner I think was the one I was looking for. Here's the game in case anyone wants to check it out. Support our fellow developers. Do you only go forward? Yeah, I think you do, right? Roadlight Endless Runner. It's interesting. I heard you talking about it in your Discord. You mentioned something about that game and how it's very common, something that I would not have thought about before, but it made sense. It's very common in those games that you actually, rather than moving the player, you move the world, right? Well, like that's a common way of doing it, at least. Which is, I know you mentioned that in some channel on your Discord, and I was like, oh shit, that's kind of interesting, but yeah, it does make sense. I wonder if I should do this. Nah, I think this is good as is. Okay, let's export this. Let's call this... I mean, in the future, this could be used for loading as well. This could be saving, loading... Throbber, just that is apparently what it is called. Sounds like shit, but... Shroud of Gloom, assets, art... Saving, loading, Throbber... Oh, wait. No. We want to make this into sprite sheet. How's the progress, Chappy? It's really good, actually. I feel like we've gotten a lot more props into the game. We have, like, tripled the amount of rooms. A lot extra polish and stuff as well. I'm feeling really good about where the game is going, if I'm being honest. Very exciting. I need to sort out the next playtest soon. But I keep finding new stuff to do. Which is kind of mad. It's like... productive scope creep is what I'm doing, basically. I mean, it's not really, just it's stuff I need to do anyway. But maybe I wouldn't necessarily have needed to do it now. Output file, right? And then... saving, loading, Throbber. Oh shit, there's no way I saved that into the right folder. Give me a second. Also, why do I not have my thingy on? There we go. Saving, loading. What? I can't even search for it. Oh, what if I do this then? Saving, loading. What? Where did I save this? I mean, I guess I saved it in the... A sprite thingy, right? I did. Can I grab you from here? I can. Okay, let's throw this into the game and see what happens. How long is the extended gameplay now? Or expected? First playtest was quite short. Oh yeah, no, the first playtest was like 4 rooms, barely any. But that's because I wasn't testing content, right? Which I think I was pretty clear about, but I think a lot of people were surprised on the first playtest about how short it was. But it was mainly just to test the UI, right? This will be the first playtest we do, which actually has like proper content. Because even I added a little bit more content, but vast majority of what I'm doing is still like playing around with UI and polishing and stuff. So this is going to... I don't know, I would say you can probably complete this first time. I guess an average might be something like 20 minutes maybe. I think I had my sound guy playtest the current version. Now he had played a non-released version before though, so he might have known some things that a new player wouldn't. Maybe like 20-30 minutes or something. I think you could get through this. Obviously, if you know what to do, you could run through it in like I could probably complete this in like 2 minutes, right? But I'm obviously talking about like if you actually play the game. I think it would probably be something like that. And art, saving, loading. Let's do multiple. We don't need to read or write, but we want no filter and no compression. Thank you very much. And now we should be able to be lazy here, right? And slice this. Center, left. Cell size. I think this is how you do it. 12. That looks good. Oh shit. Thank you. It did not lose the stuff here. Good. Slice. You know what? It did indeed. Apply. Thank you. Okay, I don't know where to put this now, so I'm just gonna make a UI image. Saving throbber. I hate this word, man. How can this be what you call it? Native size. Thank you. We're gonna put you up in the corner. I feel like that makes sense. Of course, this shit happens, which I still don't really know how to fix. I know I accidentally fixed it sometimes, but I don't know how. And now it works. Let's put you here maybe? Oh, that look. Then maybe I made this a little bit big, you know? Did I make it too big? Maybe I did. I think it's fine for now, but I think I might actually make this one smaller later on. We'll see. I guess I will do... What do I want to do? I think I'm gonna do a Unity animation on this one. I think that's fine. Yeah, you can be a bit darker. Don't be a raycast target though. Let's do a Unity animation. Animator. How do I do this? We go here. Animations, UI. Let's call this the Throbber. No idea how quick we want this one to be. Let's just test something. Maybe that's a little bit too quick. Boom. Okay, how many of these did I make? Oh, that's the last one. Wait, 9. Oh, I suppose. And then I guess we need to duplicate this one and put you here so we get the final one. And then it loops. I think that's fine. I think so. This should just go entry right into this one, thank you very much. So now I suppose we could just activate and deactivate this object, right? Just whenever you save, we just activate this and then we turn it off. Thing is, it's not gonna be noticeable when you quit the game, but at least when we autosave it. So maybe... okay, let's test this out. Let's do game object Throbber. Maybe I should enable the animation instead. We'll see. Let's just activate this one. Oh, but it's your static. Right. I can't have a reference like this. Unless I make this static, but then I need to set it up. Because static is non-serializable, right? Let's run this in an enumerator. Can't be bothered. Maybe trigger Throbber. Sounds so fucking bad, dude. wait 4 seconds. 1 second. I think that would be a little bit more than 1 loop. It would be kind of nice to fade this one in and out though, wouldn't it? Ah, shit. I think it would. I'm just gonna do this because I'm lazy. What's up, Verity? How you doing? Nice to have ya. So should I do... Let's do this. Duplicate U. Let's do UI. Wait, I should make the Throbbe handle this itself. And then we just enable it from here. Yeah, I think I might do that. So let's cut that out. Let's have a reference here so we can enable it. In that case, I don't even need the I enumerator. We can just do this. Literally all we do is to enable it. I do have fade on start. Saturation to 0 to disable that fade. Oh. So that's all I need. Then I would need to disable it from here though. Unless we made something here where we should have a bool called something like deactivate after fade out. Oh shit, wait, let's default this to false as well so I don't fuck anything else up, because I'm using this somewhere else. So on start we fade in. Fade out, set delay in duration plus out delay, that's fine. And then we just add, if deactivate after fade out, then game object dot set active false. Yeah, that's fine. How you doing, Verity? Hope you're having a good Friday. Do you guys have any plans for the weekend? Okay, fade in duration. Let's do 0.25 seconds. Out delay. Let's try 1 second. And then we do the same fade out and deactivate after fade out. Sorry, you guys don't really see this, but just gonna use this fade on start script I had lying around. That should basically fix this for me. Now we can deactivate you. And on saving we just enable it, and that's gonna take care of itself in terms of fading in, out and deactivating. Let's see if it works. Okay, so we load the game here, and then when we save game, it breaks because we are missing a reference. That makes sense. That's fine. Where did I put this? Here. I need to start structuring my UI canvas a little bit more. We'll go on vacation tomorrow for 2 weeks. been busy with packing today. Ooh, I can imagine. Where are you going? If you don't mind, of course. Okay, save game. That didn't work. Well, it did save, but I never saw the throbber. Why is that? Fade on start. Did you get enabled? Okay, it is enabled. Oh, is it the... Okay, it is animating right now. Not being deactivated. What is happening here? Well, that's weird. Oh wait, image... But it should be fine changing the color. Fade in. I set it to 0 in opacity and then I fade it into 1 in opacity with the same color as before. With the in duration, fade out, fade to 0, after in duration and out delay. Oh, this isn't delayed, right. So you probably try to immediately deactivate. Yeah, I'm just being a Dumbo, never mind. So what we want to do is actually add a dot on complete. And then we just do this. How do I want to do this? How would you normally structure this? What's like the... When I put this much code into a... I don't remember what you call this. I know we looked into this a couple streams ago. We'll go to the camping in the Netherlands, kids can play a lot and just sit back and relax. Nice! Sounds good, man. Can I just do this? If fade out... Then do this. Sure. Nice way in the Netherlands. Yeah, you live there as well, Verity, right? If I'm not mistaken. Okay, save game, we get a little throbber and then you fade out. Didn't work the second time though. Ah, it doesn't work the second time because when I try to fade it in, I set the color to the current color. Ah, so this only works when I just do it one time. Okay, so I think we should have a private color. Let's actually call this original color. And then here we say that the original color should be equal to image.color. And then here we just use original color instead, and then we can remove this. I think that should be fine. Let's try one more time. So we go in here, everything is loaded, we save the game, you spinny spinny and then you disappear, and we save the game again. Fuck! Why did that not work? That should really fade in. Image.color equals new color. With the original values here, we set alpha to 0. And we fade it to 1 with the in duration. That's weird. SinCLT, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome in, man. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. May throw a little shout out here as well. What have you been up to? Are you a fellow game dev as well? Brain froze, taking a break from game dev. Fair enough, I know how it is. I almost had a mental breakdown yesterday, I'm not even gonna lie. First time I tried to implement the easy save asset into my game and it almost broke me. Good old dev, nice man. Anything you wanna share? Anything you're working on? I do live in the Netherlands, wanted to go to France, but we're taking the dog this year. 35 degrees in the tent is a no-go for the dog. Yeah, that's fair enough. But yeah, for anyone who does not know of me, I go by Mad Chirpy, and I'm working on this point-and-click horror game called Shroud of Gloom, which you can wishlist on Steam as we speak. Currently working on the saving here again, and it's going a bit better today. Just implemented this little saving throbber, but it only works the first time for some reason, and I'm slightly unsure why. Original color is equal to image.color. That should be set to the first one. The weight should be called before status. Then we fade in. We set image.color to a new color. Original red, original green, original blue. 0 in alpha value, and then fade it into 1. Why is this not working? So is it still the color that's messing up? To the puzzle based on quantum mechanics. Currently working on the main mechanics and nothing flashy and hard as hell. What about you? Damn, that sounds kind of interesting, man. How long have you been working on it? Yeah, I'm working on this puzzle game right now. As I mentioned, trying to implement the save system. It's a point-and-click horror game, and I don't really need the save system right now, but because I'm still relatively early in development. But I did think it would be nice to at least get it implemented. But it did prove to be a little bit trickier than I maybe initially thought. Okay, you fade in and then you fade out. And then you don't fade in the second time. So you're acting like I am overwriting this, but I shouldn't be. What if I don't save you to begin with? No, because then I'm gonna have the same issue again. I need to save you. We need to have a set reference to the original color. Do I? Yeah, because I need to... Unless I use do fade and I fade you out instantly. Or what else should I do with image.color? Just, can I do this? I don't think I can I? No. Can I modify the return value of graphic.color because it's not a variable? Exactly, I do need to set it to a new one. Are you saving the whole scene? I kinda wanted to first, but it didn't seem like it's gonna work. I'm still a little bit unsure about exactly how I'm gonna do it. Right now I am adding a autosave component to pretty much every interactable object. So if I save here, and then we open all of these. Now each one of these objects has that like autosave component on it. So the next time we load the game, it doesn't work. Why doesn't that work? Wait, save game. Load game. Okay. Did I just break my save system? Oh, no. The loading button doesn't work anymore. I think that's why. Oh yeah, I can show you like this. So it's gonna be... If I do it this way, it's gonna be quite a bit of work, because I'm gonna need to add that component to every child object of like every interactable object in the game. I currently don't know how else to do it. I did try to save pretty much the entire scene before, but it's too much. Like it took like 40 seconds to load the game, and for a game this small I feel like we can't have it like that. Okay, so this is the current state. Everything is open. If I close these, and then we save the game, and then we actually quit out, and then we go into the game again, now it should be correct. Yeah, now everything is closed. If I open this, save and quit, we go into the game, then everything is open. So it is functional. I've only done it for this room currently, still in like the testing phase here, but it seems to be working. And then the reason it looks a little bit weird here is because I'm thinking about doing like save slots. So maybe the player has like 3 different save slots you can pick between. Like static save slots. The only issue is that this asset only did save slots in the same manner as Skyrim, you know, when you can have like infinite amounts of saves and just pick which one to load, which was not really what I was looking for. So I think we're gonna roll our own system for the save slots, but it should be fairly easy. I did check with CodeRad who did something similar, and it did seem pretty straightforward. So I think we're gonna do that instead. How important, for example, is it to, for example, have some object states to be saved? I would think only using key elements like picked up items. No, you are fair. Like, that is fair. I probably take this a little bit too far. Like, here's the thing. If I could choose, I would like everything to be saved, right? Like, I think it's neat if the game actually is left in the... Like, when you start it up, if the house is in the same state as you left it, I feel like that's a nice touch. But it is a little bit scope creep. Like, if this cabinet is closed the next time you boot up the game, I don't think that really matters, technically, as long as, like, any items you have picked up inside are gone. And, like, as long as, you know, locked doors are unlocked if you unlock them and so on. Like, those are obviously the key things we need to save. So we'll see. I'm still debating a little bit on how I'm gonna do it. But yeah, like, whether the piano lid is open or closed, does it really need to be saved? Probably not. Is it a nice touch? Like, you know, kinda. So it's gonna depend a little bit on how much work it's gonna be. Like, it's not too bad, because with this asset, like, what I really would do is just go in here, go into a specific room. Like, oh yeah, I need to save this object. Just check the active state, and now that object is saved. So it really isn't that much work. Like, it would just be that I need to check a lot more stuff here, but in the end it is just checkboxes. But we'll see. I'm gonna think about it. What's up, Ronnie Bean? How you doing? I love the aesthetic. Bravo. Thank you very much. I appreciate ya. Is it error prone? I don't think so. It is like the one of the most well-rated assets on the Unity store. So I have pretty high expectations. I think it's better than anything I could ever make. So like it should be error prone in the sense of like if I forget to save something that needs to be saved, like that would cause an issue for players, right? But that would be more on like on my end. I think the asset is supposed to be quite good. Like I said, it's extremely well rated and one of the most popular assets on the Unity store, so it's one of the few assets I actually use. And I was like, if there's anyone I'm actually gonna pay for, I think this is the most worth one for me. Because I don't trust myself enough to make like a fully reliable save system for this game. That's kinda my thought process so far. All you have to do is refactor your entire scene structure to support FST-style arrow functors between your runtime hierarchy and your save hierarchy. Does not scope creep, just a few hundred hours of work that players will never notice. I don't fully understand what you're saying here. So what FST-style arrow functors between runtime hierarchy and your save hierarchy? Oh, do you mean in terms of like rolling my own system? Is that what you mean? Or in regards to saving every interactable object? Because I don't think even saving every object is not like hundreds of hours of work. It's like before the final release, maybe 2 hours of going through every fucking room and checking all of these boxes. Like it wouldn't be like days of work, but would it be like, you know, tiresome manual labor? Yes. Like it wouldn't be fun, but functional. Still drafting on me Shadow thing in Unity, you know. Clock your game got saves now and all. Nice one. Proper buzzing for you. Cheers, man. Hope you're doing well. Sanalini. Unfortunately though, ladies and gentlemen, I do have to end it here. I did mention before that I do have some other plans today I need to attend to. However, I think I might only be gone for like an hour or two, so I think we might boot up the stream again when I get back. Like I said, I should probably just be like an hour or two max. And yeah, then we'll boot it up again, so I'll, as per usual, you'll be notified on the Discord when we go live again. Rolling your own, yeah, that's what I meant, like, it's... if all you want to do is save everything, that's just a few editor scripts. But it feels like I just don't trust myself enough doing like a reliable save system, right? But please stick around, let's see if we can find someone to throw a little raid at. Let's go over to... Let's head over to... Let's go to gamedev, dear friend of mine. Working on Epic Hero game, which is, as it sounds, pretty epic. So let's throw you guys over there for now, and then I will be back in like an hour or two. As always, make sure to wishlist Shroud of Gloom, if you haven't. Hi Chirpy, bye Chirpy, what's up Vintage? Yeah, sorry, bad timing here, but as I said, I will be back in like 2 hours max or something, I think, something along those lines. So until then, have a great one, and I'll catch you soon. Make sure to throw that Chirpy raid in the chat, and yeah, I will see you guys when I get back. Cheers.